Aries. Damn, Aries, like, this whole energy is upheaval and, like, for real, the struggle bus. Okay, we have the Tower and the Five of Swords. I'm going to need to clarify this situation with Seven of Wands. Let me see. I'm going to pull the Healing Light Tarot and see if I can get some clarity into what this energy... Ten of Swords. Let me pull, I feel like I want to pull three, so let me do, yeah. Oh, four. Eight of Cups, Seven of Cups, Queen of Pentacles. I feel like there's a situation here where we want to do the thing. We feel like we need to rip the Band-Aid off of something, but I feel like it's huge and momentous, and it's not anything that, it's not good. It will be good for you. It will be a resolution to a situation, but it has like a huge impact on so many areas. So what I feel like this message is that we've been on the struggle bus for a while. We are dealing with a situation that we constantly find ourselves either having to defend ourselves or stand up for ourselves. And it's sort of wreaking havoc on our everyday. And I feel like we've been trying to figure it out. We've been trying to not rip the Band-Aid off. We've been trying to either find a way to deal with it, find a way to live with it, pray for change, trying to change the situation, and like resolve the situation or resolve the conflict. Or I feel like I'm constantly saying, look at me, look at me. It's not the way you're seeing it. You're not seeing it the way it actually is. And I feel like a lot of this conflict is stemming from another party that has their own set of like issues or insecurities. It's not changing. I feel like there's maybe gaps between where things are okay and where things are not okay. But at the times that they're not okay, I feel like the situation could possibly be escalating to a point that is becoming concerning. And so I feel like we're now faced with a decision of like moving on, separating ourselves from this energy. But I feel like all of our choices suck. No matter which way it goes, it sucks either way. And so I feel like we're trying to decide whether we stay in this energy here because there's factors here that make it easier for one side of our situation, or we come over to the situation that sort of removes us from this conflicting energy, but it has a whole other set of consequences. And I feel like there's others that we have to protect, not just ourselves. And I feel like the only choice that we're thinking is the harder choice, but it removes us from this energy and sort of reestablishes like a new set of crazy. Because we have the 8 and the 7 of Cups, that's our emotions. Like, we're dealing, this situation is going to come to a head, it's going to come to a close. That's the 10 of Swords. But this is also where it just sucks. Like, we're losing something, we're grieving something. This, removing ourselves from this energy is going to cause a loss in whatever's next. there's something we have to protect, whether it's ourselves or kids or whatever. Like, I feel like triggers, like I feel like this situation gets triggered a lot, and a lot more frequently. And so we have to work around that energy. We have alignment, let your light shine, and soul song. We have alignment. So Spirit's saying that we need to align all the parts of ourselves. Our physical energy, our emotional energy, our spiritual energy, and everything has to be melded and working towards your best good. So there's music, because this is about tuning into the frequency of your soul in the universe. And the flash I got was 147 megahertz. You could just search that, 147 HZ. And I feel like that energy, or that music, because we have Let Your Light Shine and Soul Song, I think that's going to be significant to you aligning all those parts. We have Let Your Light Shine. This is when you are fully aligned and living in your true self, your true energy, where you're placing your needs in a position where they should be, which is not allowing others to, like, you're living more for yourself and not, I feel like, not walking on eggshells. Like, you sort of take a stand and you take up space and you say, this is not going to work for me any longer, and I need to be an energy that works better for me. And then we have soul song. That is when our truth, when our light is shining, it then creates this song into the universe, and it sort of meshes with the energy and creates this beautiful music and this beautiful energy and this beautiful way forward. So that is a really amazing timeline here of how getting into alignment will then sort of create this positive energy flow. Here to tell you that no matter which path you choose, it will continue to suck. But there's a release of energy, of this energy here, this negative energy is not, you're not going to take that into that next part. And so even though it's going to suck, it's going to suck in a different way. We have partnership and the hawk. Aries, these two cards are crazy. So we have partnership, which is a sacred journey marker. And receiving this card is considered an omen. The next card we have is the hawk, which is omens and messages, and it's card 11. Okay? So let's get that out. Crazy. The partnership card is where you are reevaluating your partnerships. And again, it doesn't have to be a relationship, but it can be work partnership, it can be a friendship, it can be a relationship with a family member, it can be an actual partnership, your significant other, your spouse. This conflicting energy is the heart of the matter, is that one of you does not have the best interest for the other person. I feel like there's a lot of focus on somebody else's comfort, somebody else's energy, somebody else's, it's like I feel like we're weaving through this energy just to sort of keep the peace and get through the day. With omens and messages, this is about being open to receiving signs and signals. This reading, you finding this reading, especially if you've never seen me before, is a message, is an omen, is a sign. Now, I want to preface that this this reading is not specifically saying you need to break up or leave or whatever. Okay. Now, for some of you, that may be what you're thinking. And if that's what you're thinking, if you're thinking that leaving the relationship and starting out on your own is where your head is at, then that's something to consider. But for a lot of you, it could just be that you need to, sort of say, hey, look, this is what I feel. I'm struggling. I don't like this. How can we resolve this? And if you put yourself out there and try to put the energy into the partnership to correct it, that can be another message. That can be another sign that that's what you need to do. And then you have to reconsider after that point. If you are trying to save the relationship or stay within the circle and it still doesn't change, then that's a sign that, you know what, you've tried, you've done what you could do, it's not going to change, and then I need to think of something else. So getting into that alignment and finding your truth and stepping out and taking up that space for yourself is really the crux of the matter here. It just depends for each individual where they're at in that. We have breakthrough to new dimensions. A new endeavor is on the horizon. Innovative energy wants to burst forth into your consciousness. Safe and surrounded by love. Keep your heart open and know you're being protected. Listen to what you know to be true and allow yourself to see and understand what is going on around you. And gliding through currents. With a different approach, you will guide through a situation with grace and ease. Going inward and bringing your understanding, perspective, or behavior into flow will help your dreams take flight. So you are going to approach this situation regardless of where you are in this situation. You're getting ready to say something. You have the capability to really take charge of this situation for yourself. You deserve to be a valued member of whatever this partnership is. And for whatever reason, you haven't been taking up the proper space within this relationship. You have not been the prominent partner. Not prominent. You have not been an equal partner in this relationship. Your needs, I feel like you have stretched yourself so thin to meet everyone else's needs that your needs have become an afterthought. And like I feel like you're the heart of a situation and the person, the glue, the thing that keeps everything going and keeps everything moving. And you're just now getting it. You're just now seeing and understanding that, you're more of while you're needed and necessary, there isn't much concern about how you feel. And then you have the gliding through currents with a different approach. Spirit saying, if you can pull yourself into this space where you can handle the situation calmly, and again, I feel like there's some, because as soon as I said calmly, I got a flash to come back to this energy. And like, I feel like sometimes there could be outbursts or something, and it comes from left field. And I feel like even within those energies, for us to even approach this situation, we have to not be triggered by this, that we understand this is going to happen. And so we have to go into that knowing that this is going to happen, so that when it does, we don't react the way we always have. I feel like that's the only way. Like, you're going to have to be the one in control so that you have the space to start working on this and approaching it. I feel like there's this back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, this, and then it explodes, and then there's time. You know what I mean? Like, it's been a circle. So now we're going to go the other way, and we're going to understand that this is going to happen. We know it. We have to prepare ourselves for it. But I think having that different approach, however that's going to look for you, it's a different approach, and that's going to make it easier to move through this energy and figure out where exactly you're going to go. This was your reading for February 2023, Aries. I hope that you liked it. I hope that if you have any questions or comments that you'll do so down below. And I hope that there are no stones in the path that you walk today.